Hi, I am Alexandru. I am the host of the n8n Automations and AI meetup group. I am also a web developer with about 5 years of experience. And I created this meetup group to share with other people with similar interests my passion and my knowledge for n8n automations and also for artificial intelligence. Yesterday I had my second meetup where I shown something about the n8n, how to install it as a self-hosted server. And while doing that, I realized that the presentation was maybe too technical. So following that, I created a script that automates all the tasks that I shown manually with explanations to make things a bit more interesting. So yesterday what I shown was how and why it is interesting to have n8n working on a personal server connected to a PostgreSQL database, because Postgres, unlike the default SQLite database that comes with Docker containers for n8n by default, offers more reliable data storage. It also offers better performance because it handles better concurrent access, so it's ideal for more robust n8n servers. As I said, it's more performant. It works well with a lot of people accessing it. And also more interesting is that you can have the PostgreSQL database on a server and you can run n8n from practically anywhere in the world. So you are not tied to your n8n instance provider. You can reinstall it wherever you want. You can have a dedicated PostgreSQL database, but that is quite expensive. It goes up to $30 a month for not a lot of resources. And the other way of doing it is to rent a VPS, a virtual private server, that it's a lot cheaper. I personally use the OVH cloud, where I have a Postgres database along with an n8n server and other stuff. And this is more than enough for a Linux server for running Postgres and an n8n server for only $11 a month. If you don't know it, if you have your own n8n instance, you have unlimited workflows, unlimited executions, so it quickly becomes a lot cheaper. So without further ado, I will show you the script that I created yesterday along with the documentation. Assuming you have some basic knowledge of a VPS, virtual private server, maybe you know that when you first subscribe, you receive an email with the credentials. You receive an email where you have the default username, usually it's root, and the password. And to connect, you simply run the SSH command along with your IP address. I do that pretty quickly. So right there, SSH root arrobas IP name. It's the first connection. This is on a virtual machine on my MacBook. It will be the same experience when you rent a VPS from someone else. I inputted my password. I am inside the server. Now I will simply add the script for the n8n installer by copying this. I create it. I take the content that I will share with you. Control A, Control C, Command, I'm gonna make Command C, Command D here. To save, Control O, Enter, Control X, it was saved. If I check, everything is there. As you see, the the instruction was here. Nano, it's a text editor. I copied and pasted, Control O for Command O. Now I will simply make the script executable by copy pasting this command. It's done. I will run. And when I run it, I'll get some interactive prompts where I have to input several data. The new user, new admin user name, username, its password, the name for the PostgreSQL database for a user, the password for the Postgres, the server IP address, and n8n encryption. That is very important because if you have it, you can use it to restore your database elsewhere and reuse everything as before. So I launch the script. I simply have to add a username for the server. I will add RxDR, a password. It's secret. I will confirm it. Now a database name. If I don't enter one, by default I will get n8n. I will write it anyway. A username. If I don't enter one, I will get n8n user. Okay. A password for the database. Confirm. Great. A password for the admin user of the database. Perfect. The server IP address that I saved here. No, I haven't copied it. I'm still getting used to my Mac. Okay. Here it is. The encryption key. You can add any value here, provided it has 32 characters. And it's best to save it because this will allow you to restore your database with all the nodes, all the workflows. Okay. I don't have an activation key, but if you are on a second installation, you already have one. It's free. You received my mail. You can add it. Okay. It gives me the data that was inputted, not the private one. Only the username, database name, user IP, encryption key. Do I want to start? Yes. Now it will do absolutely everything. To give you an idea, I added also the details of everything that runs in the background. A username is created, you add the password, you make the user an admin, you add a web application that allows you to handle your server with a visual interface. You open the firewall ports for Cockpit, the web application that allows you to handle a server. You add also a file manager, a navigator. It's somewhere over there. Yeah, here is navigator. You open your web browser to see Cockpit. You will get something like this. You install PostgreSQL. He's doing it right now. You enable Postgres, you configure it, you run it, you enable it to always start when the server boots. You create a database with a password. You configure Postgres for external access. You have to change some files. The script does it. You restart Postgres. You configure Postgres for remote access, so you can access your database from anywhere. So you can run your n8n server from anywhere. You deploy n8n with something like this, with a lot of parameters that the server does. The activation key, very important, save it, keep it in a place safe. It finished. Even I didn't have the time to read, not to install. I can run a second n8n instance. He won't do that. And I also added here some info on how you can export the database, import it on another server, relaunch n8n. Okay, so it tells me I have Cockpit here. Let's see what this does. I already know. Okay, so I have a warning. That's normal because I don't have an SSL certificate. Don't worry, it's normal. I'll enter the username and the password that I input into the script. I'm in. It's loading. As you can see, it's a very low capacity machine. 2 CPUs, 2 gigabytes of RAM. I installed this to see my n8n container. I need to see it. Navigator to be able to navigate through the files with a visual interface. It's empty. Okay. And the part that we wanted to see is the n8n instance that runs on port 5678 by default. And if I go there, victory. Then if you add an email address, let's say user here, you complete your termination, let's say Alex, here a password. I don't want security and product updates, but because I already have them on another account. Okay, I won't save it. I can get started without this. I can get a free license key. If you remember, this gives me more control over the n8n instance. I will go to my Gmail, AlexDR, this one. I already did this yesterday, so I should have a license key. Don't worry, I don't use this email address, so there is no security issue here. Also, you won't be able to use it for your own account. Then I will activate my license, enter activation key, activate, and that's it. I have a personal n8n instance on my own server, for which I personally pay $11 a month for unlimited executions, unlimited workflows. If I want, I can simply keep only the database on the server. Actually, that's what I do. I have installed n8n on another server. Very interesting. Since I have the Docker is not working, I can show that. But since I have the PostgreSQL database accessible from anywhere, this means that I can run n8n from anywhere. I will have the same database, but it's not a good idea to run n8n on several instances at the same time, except if you have something that manages the workflows, because the workflows might be executed by all the instances of n8n. Okay, so that's it pretty much. I'll share with you the video, of course, the documentation with the easy start, where you simply execute the script. Also, if you're curious, you can watch the other parts. I'll also share with you the script that you need to copy and paste if you want to install n8n. And that's all. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you soon on our meetup group.